those things of ours don't align with his, we set ours aside in order to be in alignment with him. Only then can you call Jesus Lord. Only then can you call Jesus the one who is your master, who you are being discipled by. And this morning I want to pick up kind of where we left off, not forgetting those principles and those important things, but now applying them and seeing if there was any question as to the significance, the importance of those elements. What does it look like in the real world when those things get confused? When people start mistaking good for evil and evil for good, when people stop pursuing things on the basis of knowledge, especially a biblical knowledge, and they instead pursue things with a untethered zeal that has no knowledge. And I want to start this time that we have together in Matthew chapter 26. And as you're turning there, I'm going to ask a couple of questions today and give you some time, just a moment or two, to let the question marinate in your mind like a good steak. Just let it marinate. Or some delicious chicken or some, no, I'm sorry. No, we won't keep going there. But I want to do this morning. Here's my question I want to start with, and I want you really to think about this for just a moment. If I was to ask you, why did Jesus die? Why did Jesus die? Now, I'm not talking about theologically the reasons that Jesus died, and I'm not talking about the implications of his death. But I want to ask you this morning, without thinking with those theological tones, why did Jesus die? How is it that Jesus could have died, and especially how is it that Jesus died the way that he died? Looking at it maybe just strictly from a legal perspective, looking at it strictly from just a civil perspective, how is it that Jesus died? Why did Jesus die? And how is it that he died in the way that he died? If I asked you that question this morning, how would you answer that? What was the cause of it? Why did it happen? I mean, just looking at Jesus' life, at the situation on the surface, you have a man. Would anyone in here argue that Jesus was innocent, that he didn't do anything to deserve to die in the first place, that Jesus wasn't deserving of the death penalty? Does anybody want to make a case counter to that? I'm not literally asking you. See me after if that's the case. But we understand that, right? Do we understand that Jesus didn't do anything to warrant death, that Jesus was innocent? I mean, that's kind of the whole basis of our faith, right? That Jesus did not sin. That Jesus did not offend, that Jesus did not, or not offend, but that Jesus did not transgress God's law especially. But even that Jesus did not transgress the laws of man. He told people to pay their taxes. He told people, I'm not here to overthrow the government. He stood up for those things. Jesus was innocent. So let me ask this question this morning. Why is it, or how is it that an innocent man who did absolutely nothing wrong, and in fact, you could make a huge case that Jesus' life was defined by the good things that he did, the serving he did, the selflessness that he exhibited, the miraculous healings that he performed. How is it that an innocent man whose life was defined by his goodness and his innocence, how is it that that man